We're still muted?
Hello, hello. We're no longer
Hello.
muted. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another developer stream here with Tanks, and we have Mr. Bam.
Hello, everyone.
I'll be the floating voice in the background for today, as my camera decided to be a little funny.
I'm sure that must be it. You just have these kind of waves of feeling a little camera shy, isn't it? I wish I could see that.
It's every other week. You got me. But we're here to talk about tanks today, and everything that's going on in our wonderful game. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Kick us off, right. Well, I hope everyone's Friday is going better than mine. I had a bit of a situation coming to my workstation this morning. Workstation being just my desk here at home. Tankz0rz, let me ask you, how would you feel if there was a kind of a buttery aroma around your workstation here at your desk? Would you consider that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it'll probably make me hungry all day.
I was definitely craving some toast, and you're probably wondering where I'm going with this. Listen, and I will apologize ahead of time if in past streams, if you guys heard a lot of squeakiness, this chair of mine that I've been working with for a couple of years now, over the years, it's getting very squeaky, and I've gotten fed up with it. This morning, I ran out to the garage looking for some WD-40, going through some cabinetry, found nothing, came back in, and like, well, I don't want to put up with it. So what did I do? I grabbed some butter spray for cooking, applied it to some of the joints and the squeaky parts of my chair. I'll tell you what.
It's not squeaking.
Not squeaking, but it smells buttery here, and my cats were licking my chair earlier.
Oh, no.
So that's how my Friday is going.
Well, mine is not as delicious sounding as yours, but yeah, I mean that's awesome. At least your chair's not squeaking, because it was squeaking a bunch before.
Oh, we need some butter tanks.
Some butter tanks.
Some buttery tanks. Okay, so I just felt the absolute need to share that. That was a thing that happened. Okay, World of Tanks. So this week we revealed the Kampfpanzer07RH. Hopefully you all had a chance to check it out. It is available in the store, launched just this past Tuesday. This is the new Tier 8 German tank. I have it here on display behind me. This is kind of a cross between a light and a medium tank. Very brilliant support tank. Get you up into position really fast, very speedy, with a very quick rapid reload as well. We do have an article up available as well. You can always check out there for any of the breakdown of the details, stats, etc. And on the subject of the Kampfpanzer07RH, let's start this stream off as usual. Let's do a giveaway for one lucky winner for their chance to win the Kampfpanzer07RH. What do you say, Tankz0rz?
Let us do it.
Let's do it.
Why don't we go ahead and share that with our wonderful fans here.
The Butter Kampfpanzer07RH has no squeaky treads.
No squeaky treads. Mr. Bam made sure to apply all the butter oil. Yeah. All right. Well, just drop the link in the chat if you'd like to enter for our giveaways today. Go ahead and enter your Wargaming ID into that, and you'll be set for all of our giveaways today.
Okay. I just saw in another chat, the designers are making fun of me because I told the butter story this morning. They're like, oh, he's just repeating it.
Oh, Mr. Bam with the butter story again.
I'll bring up the butter story next week, too. I had to put more butter. I got extra squeaky. Put some bread on there, too. All right, so this week we also have the very popular, and I think a lot of players are taking advantage of this, the Show Me the Money chained op, available once per day, where you can win a battle, get 3 times silver, win 2 battles, 4 times silver, or if you can get up to 3 wins in a day, get upwards of ×5 silver boosts. And the best part, unlike our other popular op, the String Theory, which is more about chaining consecutive wins to increase your XP earnings, this one all about the silver earnings, you do not actually need to do consecutive wins to make that bank. I mean, who out there is really maximizing on and taking advantage of this awesome Show Me the Money challenge op?
Show me the money.
Okay, and as we mentioned last week as well, spring is here. It's coming around the corner. Let's not talk about the weather, but the season of spring is here, and we'd like to do some spring sales. Starting off, we have 50% off on many cosmetics. This does exclude skins, but camouflages, emblems, flags, etc. that you can find on your tanks. You can get that for 50% off. We also have the XP conversion bonuses, where 1 gold will bag you upwards of 32 free XP. So if you're looking to get a little bit more free XP into the bank and got some sitting gold, here's an opportunity for you, as well as 25% off equipment costs.
Show me the money.
JW Dobb, showing the money up is great.
It is, and so is you mentioned strength area. That was still one of my favorite ops.
Yeah, that one's going on probably 6 or 7 years that we've run that one over the course of time.
It's an oldie but a goodie. I think it's just like, I don't know. It's something within me, right? It's like, it's the excitement of, can I win one more? Can I win? Come on, one more. And then, it's just keeps you at the edge of your seat.
All right, and then still on the topic of spring sales, let's go over some of our bundle offerings here. Starting off with the Ranged Power Bundle. This includes the Demolisher T28, the Equalizer M53, and the Tankz0rz S1. Then we have the Flexible Offense with the Aguila Hawk 30, the Inferno Chimera, and the Hydra IS-6. Did you want to take the next two, Tankz0rz?
Let's see, where are we at?
I just did the Flexible Offense Bundle. Charging
powerhouses with the low and the Kiverets 1, followed by our flanking lessons with the Lozra M4A2 Sherman and the A32.
Thank you, Tankz0rz. I realize I put you on the spot there.
No, you're good.
Apologies. And then lastly, we have the European Flankers. That includes the General Skoda T27, the Sturv 81, and the Art of Scouting Bundle. This one comes with the Cromwell B, the Holland Hund, and the Vanguard ELC Even 90. And to go well with our XP conversion bonus, if you guys are looking for purchasing some tanks with free XP, we do have a selection available this week as well, including the Minuteman T29, the Citadel Tiger 1, the Sturm VK3601, the M4A2E4 Ripper, one of my favorites, the Crafts Panther, British Bulldog, Cromwell B, Hidden Stug 3, E25, Sherman Firefly Boilermaker, AMX Chaffee, and of course the Panzer 5.4. Decided to read off the whole list this time, as opposed to just kind of pick and choosing. All right. Tankz0rz, how are we doing on a winner, our giveaway winner for the Kampfpanzer 07RH?
Our giveaway winner. Let's see. Is it time to pull a winner here?
I say it's time to pull a winner and start another giveaway.
All right.
Let's just chain these together.
Alrighty, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Alright. And our winner is, drumroll please, Black Bullist. Congratulations. Black Bullist.
Black Bullets, congratulations. You received yourself a Butterkampfpanzer 07RA. I promise, I think I'm done with the butter jokes now.
I think next time I go to your house, Mr. Bam, I'm going to bring you over a little can of butter spray.
All right, let's kick off another giveaway. Another lucky winner for their chance to, another lucky user for their chance to win another Kampfpanzer 07RH. Right. KB, are you sure? I am sure. Okay, I'm done with the butter talk.
I think the fumes got to you, Mr. Bam.
That's what's going on.
The butter fumes.
It's going to make me sick to my stomach over the weekend. I know it.
Plum's asking, can you give the giveaway link again? Sure. Here you go.
Okay. So that's a wrap on our content this week. Before we get into some next week content and updates, let us talk about the AVRE. I know this has been very much on players' minds, and the community's been talking about this quite a bit. So we really do need to talk a little bit about this. And I want to let you guys know, we are looking at the stats. We will analyze and see if any changes need to be applied. We are investigating to see what we should try out here. Truth of the matter is, because this tank was handed as part of the season pass offering, a reward for the players that purchase our season pass, this tank did in fact flood the ecosystem a lot, oversaturated the matchmaker, and in the tier 10 range, yes, we understand that even playing as tier 8s, it can be kind of difficult. So that being said, no clear answers or direction that I will kind of address right now. We are aware of the concern. We are going to investigate, see if what if anything we can apply. I am talking on the side with our server engineer to see maybe what can we do about the matchmaking. Maybe we apply some sort of premium preferred matchmaking balancing for the tank itself, and can also apply to other tier 10 or other tanks that are kind of voiced a lot by the community. Try to consider if it like maybe, if this is a tier 10 tank, maybe it shouldn't matchmake with tier 8s. Try to avoid them kind of pairing together. In any case, we are looking into it. We'll try to have some more details and information to share with you guys, probably for stream next week. So stay tuned. I wanted to let you know that we are aware of the sentiment, aware of the comments, and we will be looking into that one. So thank you very much, everybody, on that front.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's get into next week. We have the Tank Mastery Challenge coming up, where you, the players, can pick a tank class and earn mastery badges in that class of tanks and get rewards. Rewards just as simple as silver, boosters, or even emblems and much more, all up for grabs. So that'll be coming starting on Tuesday, the Tank Mastery Challenge. And then surely you jest. April Fool's is coming up next week. What do we have up our sleeve? We are bringing back some Trickster Commanders in store for the week and they have brought some extra goodies. Dress up your tank in some of the finest April Fool's inscriptions and emblems. Tankz0rz, that just reminded me, that was the stream asset I wanted to ask if we had something to show, but maybe we'll save that for next week's stream. Just kind of showing off maybe some of these inscription and emblems.
Yeah, we'll take a look next week.
We'll take a look next week. And then we also have some other surprises coming for April Fools. So keep an eye out for something or anything a little bit topsy-turvy that might be shaking things up a bit come April 1st. We'll leave it at that. And then contracts. I know players are always adamant to know what sort of contract is coming up. Happy to say the Jammer will be back in the contract tab for you all if you haven't had your chance to earn yourself your own Jammer tank. Sign up for that contract starting on Tuesday. Work your way through its challenges, and the Jammer itself can be yours. All right. So next week is kind of going to be a bit of a light week in terms of content. That is more or less a wrap of what we have coming out. So without further ado, let's move on to our shoutouts and battle feats column here. And we are still within a 1 week time frame from our St. Patty's Day. I think the call outs that we will make, the users that we shout out today will still be receiving the lucky key cards like we've given out last week. So here we go. Here's our battle feats and the Kampfpanzer07RH. First up, we have Child Support 429 and Fidesz, who both got 10 kills in their respective battles. Congratulations to you two. Dantist with max damage dealt in a single battle of 7,323. Nusunaga with the max combined assisted in a single battle. That's 8,361. And then up next, we have these users in the email 1951. We have Kind Hominin 4 with max kills in a single battle of 10. Tremors 1000 with a max damage in a single battle, 5,836. And then Chaotic Trauma, max blocked damage in a single battle, 4,350. And then up next in the Object 752, Nova Finchi with the max damage in a single battle, 6,694. Ooh, we got a Russian name here. Sina Tuk. I'm going to leave it at that. I will not be able to pronounce that. Max combined assisted damage, single battle, 5,247. And then lastly here, we have Macau with max block damage in a single battle, 5,970. Congrats to you. And then for our medals showcase, starting with the Nicholas Medal, awarded to players for destroying 4 or more enemy tanks with a medium. The destroyed vehicles must be at least 2 tiers higher than that player's tank. And this award goes to Reaper Drake and their Udes. 14 Alt 5. Also for Nev JK, Shigoder, Bod Rear 939, the Munich 1, and Sparta, all in their Draugen Lansen Seas. And then we have our next medal, the Kalabanovs, awarded to players who stand against 5 or more tanks alone and wins. And this medal was achieved by Sparant Crayon 22 in the Star of 74, Tinker Toys 69 in their Star of 103B, and Platonic Cloak 74 also in their Udes 14 Alt 5. Congrats to you few. And to wrap this up, our milestone, huge congratulations and thank you so much for those that stuck around playing all these battles. Huge, amazing feats here. Starting off, not to be mistaken with Sinister One. Sorry, Sinister, if you're in chat here. But Sinister Ways and Coin Hurdle, who have both reached their 100,000th battle. Congratulations. Closed Crib 152, they have reached their 110th battle. And Raptus Golem 13, reaching that 130,000th battle. Congratulations and thank you. And what is it we say, Tankz0rz?
That's a lot of battles. But it's funny that you caught that, because when I was preparing that little art asset here, I was like, oh. Sinister Ways. I'm sure Sinister One's gonna say you misspelled my name again.
I caught it ahead of time this round.
Hey, congratulations to everyone, and yeah, that is a lot of battles.
And as mentioned before, we're only a week out from the St. Paddy's Day. You guys will be receiving lucky key cards, so congratulations and enjoy the lucky key cards.
Lucky key cards for all. All right, that takes us to our wait.
Few more notes. We're almost there. Few more notes. Getting ahead of me here. Super test applications. Thank you to all who had applied. We have sent out our emails to all the successful applicants. So if you have applied, please check your emails. Check your spam filters to see if you have received your acceptance letter. And congratulations if you guys have been selected, and welcome to the program. And then another part of the things that we like to very lightly discuss each week, talking a little bit about the player requests on reporting, player bans, and clan tags. This can be done with our in-game reporting system. As we all know, we're an online game of a very vast community here, and players of different ways of playing the game. Poor sportsmanships come up sometimes, bad messages come through, et cetera, et cetera. I think we've all seen it and all been there. And this is something that comes up not only just in our game, it's been a thing in a lot of games. And we try our best to better facilitate to this and create a better community for ourselves and all of you as well. So we like to address this very quickly and kind of let you guys know that your in-game reports do get to our community team. They go through it. Our customer representative team. They do review all the reports that come through. And even Tankz0rz and TKane themselves have kind of volunteered and taken in some personal messages that come through to help facilitate and pass things along, make sure that they are reviewed properly and handled in a accordingly manner. Just this past week, a total of 6 clan names were forcibly changed, with a total of 1 clan being disbanded all entirely. And temporary bans, we had 21 users who have received temporary bans from in-game player reports due to poor sportsmanship or whatever they did to deserve that. And of course, 2 permanent bans on player accounts just this past week. All right.
Alrighty.
Now we're ready for the next segment here.
Well, before we get to the next segment, I think it's time to announce one of our winners here, isn't it?
For our next giveaway winner? All right, who do we have here?
Our winner here is... No drum roll. Rambino. Congratulations, Rambino. Rambino 83 to be exact. So congratulations, you are the lucky winner for today.
Congratulations. James O'Lacey, TK banned someone live on stream. Ooh. Yeah, be careful what you guys might say or do, even on streams. Us devs, we like to get into the game sometimes. If you happen to see a WGW clan tag, I think we have a few other clan tags that we have amongst the company and devs as well. We're out there, and sometimes we'll spot these things as well and kind of bring it to attention. I think those bans might happen quicker when we see them directly.
How are we feeling about giveaways here, Mr. Bam?
Like I said, let's do one more giveaway. We've been chaining these together. Let's stay with the trend. One more Kampfpanzer 07RH. Let's start this giveaway. Let's get into the Q&As, and we'll announce who this lucky winner will be in a little bit.
Sounds good. Go ahead. I'm dropping the link in chat just in case anyone needs it. If you already entered, you are all set. So let's go ahead and continue with our questions Q&A section. Our first question here is from Ultimate Slayer Fan, and they're asking, can you share the win rates for each team on Highway? For example, the Southwest compared to the Northeast spawns.
Sure. So I saw this question ahead of time because this was kind of a backlog question that we didn't get to last week. So I did take a quick look into our data dashboards. And Tankz0rz, do you have this image handy if we want to share it to the players?
Yep, we have it on screen.
Okay, I realize I'm looking at the wrong screen here. Okay, here we go. So Highway, you can see the map name. Its ID is 45. That's just our internal dev purposes here. And I was able to list out each of the game modes, as you can see. And we're also looking at as far back as the Awakened season, going as far back as October, just kind of comparing the data here. Highway, believe it or not, is one of our most well-balanced maps in the game in and of itself. And this was after some changes that were made a few years ago in terms of how the spawns were set up for the Southwest team. And I will stress, I am very well aware that some players had concerns with this change back then, because this did give a little bit of a hill advantage to the Southwest team for quicker acquisition of the northwest. Sorry, I had to think of my compass directions for a second. The northwest corner. It did allow for that team to get up there more rapidly and take into position, making it a little bit more difficult for the Northeast team to kind of combat that. So that being said, that change did in fact bring the balance to a really good, healthy state in which we didn't feel any sort of need to make any further adjustments to it. And as you can see, in the current season, sitting at a 49.79%, that's very good, but balance doesn't always mean this feels the best to the player. It did change the dynamic of the gameplay. So what I will tell you, the community, is I did have a ticket and a discussion with our level designer of kind of taking a look at our maps and thinking of a quality of life improvement over time that we can apply, not only to Highway, but across other maps as well in terms of balance, and try to rethink, okay, we made these changes to Highway. I won't say damaged, but it kind of changed the gameplay dynamic where the North team no longer can get to that hill. Maybe there's things that we can address and help make that restore that way that it used to play out in the past while still maintaining the balance. So yeah, to that end, we'll kind of take a look at it. I believe Ultimate Slayer fan who asked this, if that was kind of what you were wondering, because it was the Southwest team being able to get into position sooner feels kind of odd or wrong. Again, here's the data here. It is a well-balanced map, but we will kind of take a look at it and see about quality of life improvements on there.
Excellent. Wait, let me go ahead and swap back to our camera here. Next question here from DJ, and they're asking, would it be possible to change the hangar garage so that the background tanks are other own tanks with skins equipped instead of random tanks?
Oh, because there's a lot of tanks in the background, some of them kind of with draped over covers. Very interesting idea, and it's a really good suggestion. I'll say thank you for the suggestion, and we'll have to leave it there.
Okay,
appreciate it.
That's good. Next question from Raging Storm 01. Can we move purchase equipment around on the tank without selling / rebuying it?
So kind of like, so I understand the kind of the gripe here, and PC has this idea of kind of a local tank depot and the global depot when you want to dismount an equipment to kind of go somewhere where you can reapply it later, etc. Something that we've had some conversations. I've been talking even with our server engineer about this initiative in some way. I like it. We do need to see how it kind of fits into the ecosystem of the game at large, if this is a feature we want to continue to think about and include to some capacity, and what the kind of long-term impact it may or may not have. So what I will say is I like the idea. We just got to do a lot of considerations and also prioritize the engineering and UI work, and whether that warrants, if we dip into that, the ability to purchase equipment, moving it around without having to sell and rebuy.
Next question from Gordian at 9139 asking, can we get more 3D Commander customization? Something to differentiate if we have multiple on the same commander, for example, like helmets, etc.
That's a good suggestion. You know what? I will reach out to our art director, who heads up and does a lot of the review and always kind of checks on the status of our 3D commanders. Which ones are good candidates to receive customizations, and even like its own custom VOs. More customizations, I think there could be some benefit there. Like I said, I'll relay that over to our art director, and we can see what we can do about that.
All right, moving on.
I do believe we've actually applied some customization recently to, I believe, some Japanese 3D commanders. I think just kind of like a different skin for them. The names of them are eluding me at this time.
All right, moving on here with next set of questions from Grolsch, and they're asking, can we get a limitation of 3 on the amount of weasels in Era 3? 5+ on the team is almost is a little difficult to deal with.
Okay, so this very much relates, similar to feedback we're getting on the AVRE. Yes, Weasels were very popular. Players are driving them around everywhere in Era 3. And yes, we do also see that in some cases, matches could have upwards of 5 per team potentially. This is a system we'd have to build into the matchmaker in and of itself. While if I was to bring to attention how we handled Artie, right? We've introduced a system in which tries to reduce the amount of Artie per team at the start of the Valiant season. We used to allow, we still allow upwards of 3 Artie per team, but we've reduced the frequency of how often that happens. And you will be more likely to see 2 Artie per team or 1 Artie per team. And in some cases, no Artie. The difference there is that's applied class-wide. That's a class-based matchmaking improvement that we were able to apply. That is not something that we can currently do dynamically into the matchmaker into the Valiant season, but it is something we're kind of talking about. I've actually had a conversation with our server engineer, who's actually in the chat with us today, Mr. SBG, shout out. We're talking about the idea of how can we think about this in ways for the VSIL or the AVRE in some way, or do we think about maybe the preferred matchmaker as a solution instead? So All I can say is we're having the conversations on that. No firm direction or solution I can share to you guys right now. But yes, we very much like the AVRE, VSOs are very much on our mind, and we're trying to come up with some ideas and problem solving in the near future.
Next question from user named Hammerbro. And they're asking, what is the next map coming back? Or at least, can you give us another hint?
That's right. Of course, you guys wouldn't let that one go a week. I said I would not give a map hint unless it was brought up via question in chat. Let's see. I honestly did not come prepared, and that's shame on me for what the next map hint can be. Last week, I did say it would be a summer camo map, so that somewhat narrows it down, I suppose. Let's see. Well, you can look forward to it. It's not much of a map hint, though. Let me think on that a little bit. Here's what I will say is you can expect to see the map available in rotation April 11th. So coming soon. That's right around the corner, a few more weeks. While we're going through more Q&As, I'll try to think of some sort of Max Miner Tanker rhymes with oaks. Let me think of what this map might rhyme with. Here's what I will say. Here's the hint. It's not very helpful, and I see it coming up time and time again. It will not be live oaks. So we'll pull one out of the bucket, but yes, we are aware that one is coming up quite a bit in the chat, and we do see a lot of popularity and requests for that map. But just so you're aware, it's not live oaks. So tune in next week. Maybe I'll have a better hint to apply.
Sounds great.
Sorry, Hammer Bro. I see the sad face.
You broke Hammer Bro's heart. Let's see. Next question here from Fionic Lou. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Will there be a new self-propelled gun in the future of the game, or some new premium 8 mercenary RDs?
No current plans. And let me address this a little bit. So questions like this came up before, and because there was such a rise of community concern and discussion all around the RD improvements, changes, nerfs, whatever we were trying to apply. Since last June, that's when we kicked off the RD 2.0 initiative. And we continued making some fine adjustments and tuning through October, and as of Valiant season, making our kind of latest changes there. That was the first step. We wanted to make sure we got artillery into a state that is more appropriate and acceptable into the ecosystem in World War II, that kind of meets a good middle ground for non-RD players, but still keeps it fun and engaging for the RD players as well. So next steps here, we are still looking at the data. Things are looking good. I have gotten a better confidence level even from the matchmaker that things are going really well in terms of the changes that we applied in the Valiant season. That is, again, reducing the amount of RD per team. So even that being said, we don't have plans to right now to apply any new adjustments to RD. We're going to kind of let it draw out a little bit longer. And then we might start having discussions of like, okay, what might be a new RD tank we can consider? So to that end, and a quick TLDR, no plans right now, but I think we're getting closer to a point where we can have that conversation.
Next question from a user named K-Rogue, and they're asking, can you guys buff the pen on the MBT-70? It's got the lowest pen of all Era 3 premiums. And, while we're at it, let's add some side skirts and some extra armor. Would be nice.
So shout out Max Chaos. Thank you for checking in on the stats here, because it's very difficult for me to check live data and not hold you guys up here. So it doesn't seem to be having any penetration issues currently and is very much on par with the Abrams and Chieftains. But we can take a look to see if it's holding up as well. It should be with other various with other surrounding vehicles that we plan to update. So something that we'll keep an eye on.
Sounds great. Next question from your boy, and they're asking, I'm new to tanks. Why does the cost of adding equipment stay the same in lower tiers as it does in higher tiers? Shouldn't it be a little bit cheaper?
Well, first off, your boy, welcome to World of Tanks and welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if this is your first joining on the stream, but always great to see and welcome new players to the game itself. So awesome. So on the equipment side of things, it does scale per tier. Starting in like tier 3 in World War II, it has the lowest prices and just continues to increase per tier, all the way up to tier 10, of course. And in Cold War, the prices are at the same max cost. There are also some class-based differences for the pricing as well. This has just been the model that we've had the equipment since their kind of inception in a lot of this. Yeah, that's just the way we've designed it to work out that way.
Sounds great. Next question here from Maxzilla1998. Any new hero skins?
Well, stay tuned for next season. There will be 2 new hero skins, but too early to talk about that just yet. So a few more weeks, stay tuned.
Next question from the username Double Pale Ale. They're asking, what makes the Conqueror Mark II higher on the tier list than the FV4 211?
Well, nothing as the FE4211 is higher level than Era 2 vehicles than the Mark II.
Next question from Pawpaw. They're asking, when will Terran be available again?
So as with a lot of our other premiums on the premium tech tree, we are slowly kind of pulling those off for regular purchase, and we will try to make those available during special events and bundle sales. But right now, the Terran is not currently on schedule. But when we do have something in mind and planned in the future, we will be sure to announce it and let you guys know. Mm-hmm. So no dates to give at this time.
The Lazy Hornet is asking, do we have any plans to introducing any more Cold War tank lines?
New lines in Cold War, yes. We are, however, just a few months out. Can't give specifics just yet. But to answer your question, yes, new lines coming.
Question from Loaded Psycho. Can you somehow only match tier 10 tanks with tier 9s? Tier 8 tanks are no match for tier 10s anymore.
Well, I don't think we would only do this. We used to have a battle tier 12 in the game, which did consist of only tier 9 and 10s. But it could still theoretically see tier 8s. I mean, it's an interesting idea. But it's always been part of the game's matchmaking and just the ecosystem in and of itself. So no current plans to make any changes to that. But as I kind of addressed earlier regarding maybe like the AVRE, we are looking into ways to better prevent certain tanks that the community voiced up and avoid maybe matchmaking those into the lower tier 8s.
Sounds great. Palma is asking, any plans to introduce the Japanese tank destroyer line?
They might be referring to WoT PC's latest unveiling. There's a really good trailer that World Tanks PC is doing. We're stressing that those are still just in their common test environment on PC, so it's not even in their retail or non-test environment. So something that we probably won't be getting for quite a while. So apologies on that front.
Sounds great. Next question from Degeneration. They're asking, when can we expect the Bulwark contract?
The Bulwark will be making its reappearance in May.
Also right around the corner. Next question from Deep Six. They're asking, can we get a list of all the skins that we have?
Okay, so this is a a conversation we have a lot with our UI teams, and it's been an initiative that we want to get into the game. That is, of course, having some sort of tank skin depot, a way for users to better visualize in the client itself what skins are available to what tanks. Because yes, right now we understand it's not well surfaced to the players. You have to dig into your specific tank, got to go into the appearance customization tab menu, and then find out in the camouflages, oh, right, this tank has a skin. With the various skins that we send out there, even myself, I will forget that X tank has a skin, and I get pleasantly surprised and just throw that on there immediately if I have it. So yes, we are aware there is some demand to this, and it would certainly be a good quality of life feature to include into the game. Like I said, we have tickets, we have conversations about it. This boils down to a lot of the prioritization and how we try to work a lot of our features, making sure UI has all the bandwidth and resources that they have available to them to get feature A done versus feature B. What does this mean for tank skins as feature C? Sometimes we have to pull back on certain features to make sure we have enough fire support on other big features that we are working on. So in terms of getting this in the game, we still need to work out the kind of scheduling there. However, if you would like some way to visualize this in some manner, if you do check the website, we do have some game guides called Camouflage and Skins, and this does showcase all the skins that are in the game. Not specifically it's just kind of a library that shows you all the skins, but not necessarily showing what skins and camouflages that you personally own.
Sounds great. Next question here from JW Dobbs. Can we get an XP op that works just like the Show Me the Money op?
Who knows? Stay tuned. Let's see what our events team might be cooking up next. But hey, it's great to hear that you the players really enjoy some of these fun and I guess very lucrative ops and challenges that we include into the game. So, glad they're being very well received. But we do have the string theory, very similar to Show Me the Money, but it sounds like getting those consecutive wins does become a bit more of a challenge, doesn't it? So stay tuned.
Next question from Plum73. They're asking, could you add a bonus for earn free XP for third tank?
Earn free XP for a third tank. Short answer to this is no. We aren't allowed to make any more of these.
Next question here from Ace, and they're asking, will there be a tier 9/tier 10 sale coming up soon?
Nothing to note just yet. No dates to give or any specifics, but we'll be sure to announce it on the stream when we have something ready to share.
Let's see. Oh, Plum says, thank you for your answer.
Gray Ghost 1862. What's the next premium Cold War tank? Stay tuned. I know it's a very hand-wavy answer there. No details to share at this time. Ooh, we still have a pending giveaway, don't we?
We absolutely do. I think
okay.
We should go take a look at that thing.
I am taking a look. I am scrolling through the chat, trying to pick out some questions here.
Sounds good.
Ooh, question from Killin Volume 2, if that's how you pronounce their name. Cold War medals. Yes, this is actively being worked on, and there will be some Cold War medal content coming in the near future.
Alrighty. I have another question here from War Games Comedy. Will we ever get the BMD 1 and the BMD variants?
Potentially, just not something currently on the tank schedule plan.
All right. Palmar is asking, what's the new season? What is the new season going to be about? Is there any hints that you could give us?
Not this soon. We're still all about the Valiant season at this time. But you know what? Be sure to tune in April 7th. We will have a debut of new season content and theme then.
Sounds great. No Face is asking, will more garage designs come down the line in the future?
We are exploring some ideas and options. Would be interested to know any garage, new garage designs or old garage designs. What would the chat like to see? What would you, the community, like to see and choose between different garages? That being the case, real quick, I'll make mention, as I know during the release of the Valiant season, you guys, a lot of our veteran players remember the hangar garage that we have back now. This was pulled to Super Test, where we try to not be very explicit and hint that we're bringing back garages, but we try to gauge which ones were kind of their favorites. So we are aware of the old War Story garage, the kind of jungle mercenary looking one. We even have the old Xbox 360 when that was the only platform we were on. That was a very dingy one. We have our event garages that also took place technically in the War Stories garage. We had the old Hot Wheels. We had a WWE one. Let us know, were there garages that you guys really favored? Other garages you'd like to see instead that maybe we can think about? James O'Lacey, the nuclear bomb landscape with a Christmas tree in it was the best. Yeah, that one was based on, oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue. The location in Ireland where the formation of the rocks from old volcanic activity. Giants Causeway. That was the very kind of empty-looking, hellish void we had of a garage.
We have another question here. Let's see. Question from Plum73. Can I ask about the recruit and recruiter program? Is there a chance to change the main reward from the RFBM 10 unique tank destroyer for something different?
No current plans on changing out anything with our tank reward for the recruitment program. It is just, that's the way we had it for quite a while. And that we just haven't gotten into any new discussions or conversations if we want to apply any changes. So
Grolsch is asking, will we get a platoon hangar garage?
So this, okay. Because yes, right now the indoor hangar garage doesn't show your platoon mates when you join into them. Instead, we kind of put you back in the outdoor garage. This was something in our planning phase. We didn't have a good solution to how best to fit other player tanks into the garage. And yes, sorry, my cat is here. Mr. SPG is the cat licking the butter. I didn't bring it up, you did. It very well could be that. Platoon garages, this is something we're talking about if there is some sort of way to better showcase you and your platoon mates together, maybe in that indoor garage. Here's kind of a challenge that we're facing, because if we do consider implementing other garages that you might be able to swap into, then we got to also consider, how does a platoon space work in that garage? How does it work in the next garage? And we are kind of setting ourselves up into a situation where we have to continually backfill and support new garages for everything platoon features, and quite potentially other new systems and features that we want to build upon garages in the future. So I'm trying to not be too specific on things because, like I said, we are talking about some solutions and ideas here. There's just certain hurdles that we need to cross and figure out before we can commit to platoons in garages.
Sounds great. Next question here from MWeb. Can you sell 2D commander packs?
Well, we do have various special key cards in which where you can get the 2D commanders, and currently the set of lucky key cards have all the commanders with a St. Patty's Day theme. So that's the current offerings of where you can get your hands on your own 2D commanders.
Sounds great. Next question from GT Simpson. Can we get some more 3D commanders like Arnie with voice comments during gameplay?
Absolutely. And we do know that this is very beloved by fans. Players love commanders with voiceovers. And we got freaking bears now growling when you're trying to reload and you're firing. Next season, we do in fact have some more 3D commanders with custom voiceovers. So look forward to that. And to that note, this has been brought up before. We would consider and be looking into some past 3D commanders and seeing about adding some potential VOs for them. No promises, but we are aware that there is some demand for it and for that idea. So we are aware and thinking about it.
Awesome. Sounds great. Exciting. Next question from Roguish Hound. And they're asking, with the request for the AVRE balance adjustments, could you tell us what the current win rate is for that tank?
Currently, it is at, thank you again, MaxCast, for digging this up, 50.8%. So, to stress, stat-wise, that looks fairly balanced, but that's strictly looking at the win rates. Like I mentioned before, we are going to continue to investigate and look into solutions to create a better atmosphere for play in Tier 8s, Tier 9s, and Tier 10s. So, come back next week. Like I said, I'll try to provide some perhaps more stats and potential direction that we can take in solving some AVRE matchmaking.
I'm the Storm is asking, will there eventually be an Equipment 2.0 update or an advanced crew update for console?
Well, everything equipment, commanders, and consumables, as well as skills. We did an overhaul of all of that a few years back, and currently we don't have new plans to address or change this. Not to say never, because we would like to reconsider and apply different changes in the future. But right now, there's nothing scheduled.
Sounds great. Next question here from username Ghost. When will there be a new tank, branched off the mercenaries?
Well, it's worth stressing that the mercenaries don't technically have their own line in the tech tree that you can grind and work your way up to. They're all just kind of individual vehicles. Sorry about that. My cat here. They are tied to any other tank. So we do have plans to create new mercenary tanks, if that's more or less what you're asking for here. But in terms of creating a mercenary tech line of tanks to grind up to, that's not into the plans by any means.
Look like your kitty cat over there is looking for the butter spray again.
Well, he's looking in the wrong place because it's all on the chair I'm sitting on.
Sounds great. We still have the winner here for our giveaway. Should we take a look at that?
Let's take a look at our lucky winner.
Alrighty, and our lucky winner is... Oh, awesome. We just read a question.
A question from this individual? Okay.
Lazy Hornet.
Lazy Hornet!
Yeah, congratulations.
You, sir, or ma'am, just won yourself a Kampfpanzer07RH. Congratulations.
Oh, let's see. How do you feel about one final question here before we call it a wrap?
Sure.
All right. Any upcoming reforges planned?
So this is being worked on as time allows. A lot of our designers, as well as Max Chaos himself, we all have our big priorities that we have to meet certain milestones and deliverables for every given season. And this is something that gets continually looked at and investigated on per milestone as time allows. So we are currently looking at a set of Tier 8 mediums to receive Reforge rebalancing.
Sounds great. All right, I think that about wraps it up for us on this front. How about yourself, Mr. Bam?
I am good. I am ready. I'm one last butter thing. It is starting to really get to me here, and I'm hungry, so I need to step away for a moment.
Sounds great. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you're watching us on Twitch, go ahead and stand by. We're going to go raid one of our community contributors. If not, then like I said, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.